My name is Kamau Wairuri. I'm a research fellow in the Institute for Public Policy and Governance, and at the moment I'm helping to oversee and lead some of the programs that we are doing and the activities that we are doing in the Institute. So the Institute of Public Policy was started about 10 years ago at the Strathmore Business School, with the recognition that Strathmore was excelling quite a lot in providing business training and business support. But in a country like ours, or in any country, you really cannot do business successfully if you are not paying attention to what's happening on the public policy arena. So it became important to pay attention to issues of the common good, but also thinking about public policy and issues of development and seeing how we can bring some of the knowledge, the skill set that we have to this side of public policy and help to advance the country. Our flagship program so far has been the Public Policy Executive Program, which basically introduces people to the dynamics of public policy, the public policy process, so that as you're engaging with government, both at county and national levels, you are familiar with how the government actually operates. I think very soon the flagship status is going to move to the Public Leadership in Africa course, which we have developed as a 4-module course, and that is targeting a wider audience from across Africa. Leaders both, again, in government, in the private sector who are interested in public policy matters, but also people in the development sector, so that we bring them together in a room so that they're learning from each other's experiences across the continent, but also making sure that we are going a bit deeper than what we are doing in other programs, right? For instance, if we are thinking about the process of making public policy in African countries, for you to understand that well, you must understand the African state, right? You must understand African societies very well. So it requires a little bit more digging a bit deeper. Because as we say in development studies and in public policy, you cannot import other people's politics. So it doesn't matter how ideas may seem to be doing very well in another place, they may not translate into your own context. So we want to give an opportunity for leaders across the continent to sit together in a room, to look at case studies and see how problems have been solved, consider how they can solve particular problems, see how Uganda can learn from Kenya, what Kenya can learn from Uganda, what we can learn from Senegal, and so on and so forth, so that we are able to help the continent move forward. And in fact, for us in this respect, we are very much guided by the ideals of the Agenda 2063 from the African Union. As you know, the African Union came up with this big grand plan for how we are going to develop the continent. But even locally within the countries, in the last few years, we've seen Vision 2030 in Kenya. Rwanda also has a similar plan. This kind of master plans, it's important for people to actually interact with them and understand where the continent wants to go and what problems we need to solve in order to get there. So I think it's going to be one of our biggest programs in the Institute. And I'm really looking forward to us being able to roll it out and give the opportunity to leaders across the continent to participate in it. Yeah.